If you watched, if you're watching this, then you probably watched my my zombie version of this video. If you haven't, go back, stop watching this, go back and watch that, then come back and watch this, or do the exact opposite, watch this, then go watch that. It doesn't really matter. But today, I'm going to teach you, or I guess share with you, 10 tips and tricks you can use as the plants in gardens and graveyards, Garden Warfare 1. Let's get started. Now, the first thing I would do is that if you're using the pea shooter and you have all the variations, use the toxic pea shooter. It's, in my opinion, the best pea shooter variation. I don't know, whatever. I was just gonna say variation. And because the reason why I would suggest using this one is because it has splash damage and after damage. If you don't know what that means, basically that keeps doing damage after you hit them already. Anyway, it is very good for crowd control. I think not really, actually. It's decent. But yeah, if you're gonna use any pea shooter, keep opening the Incrediplant pack or the Spectacular, I can't remember what it's called, the Spectacular Planet pack or something. Buy that until you get this character. I kept buying the Snick and Incrediplant pack, so I guess you could do the same. I don't know. Tip number 2 is if you're trying to stay inside of the garden, I would suggest you use the Chomper. Not just any Chomper, probably the Power Chomper. The reason why you should probably use this guy is because of the way you can damage people. Basically, it travels through other zombies. Also, if they're like heavy, like they're going heavy on, like, I don't know how to explain it, like attacking like heavily, then you could just use your burrow ability and go underground so that you don't take that much damage. Which that's the way how I would use it anyway. Sorry, my opinion is irrelevant. Yeah, really just try to save your burrow ability because it will always have a cooldown after you use it. Because, yeah, I don't know. Really just try to save it as much as you can for moments when you absolutely need it. Excuse me, I'm sorry. Otherwise, just try to, lay back and don't use it as much. Unless you want to. Go ahead, be my guest. I'm not your boss. Tip number 3. If you want to be a sniper, use the cactus. For pretty obvious reasons. Yup. But specifically the fire, ice, or power, or future, chomper. Alright, tip number... What tip is this? Number 3 or 4? 4. I think it's 4. I'm sorry if I accidentally messed something up. I'm sorry. Tip number 4. If you want to be supporter, use the sunflower, obviously. I would probably use the fire flower. Oh, okay. I would probably use the fire flower myself, mostly because it does burn damage. And I do really think that would help. Tip number 5. If you're going to be Crazy Dave, really just don't use your, what's it called? I'm sorry, excuse myself. I must excuse myself for not knowing. You should probably don't use your airstrike as much. Now some of you are like, dude, what are you doing? Like, come on, bro. What are you doing? Of course you're gonna use the airstrike. That's the best part. Don't, because the zombies are constantly moving around. They're just not gonna be easy to hit them, but it will annoy them with the airstrike. So you can use it to be annoying. Don't just try to wait for them to get all clompered up in one clump. Then just try to expect to just hit all of them, because they're gonna move. They're gonna keep moving. Okay. Tip number 6. Sorry, 6. Why do I always mess up on 6? I don't know. Anyway, tip number 6. If you... How do I put this? Dang it. If you just got the toxic pea shooter, I would wait a tad bit until you get all the upgrades. Then use it, because that's when it's as good as it's gonna be. Just kidding, you can use it whenever you want. Anyway, tip number 7. You probably have opened the Incrediplant pack and gotten some skips. Some what are they called? Task or mission skips. I would use those on the plants or zombies, whichever, that you don't have all the abilities, all these 3 abilities unlocked on. So that then you don't have to grind to unlock them. You can just level it up real quick, and as soon as you get it, stop leveling it up and go to the next one. If you have all the abilities unlocked for every single character, good job. Alright, tip number 8. If you're a chomper, I would suggest you try not to go out too far from the base, because you will die. And try to have a sunflower healing you at all times, 1 or 2, because trust me, it's just so stinking hard. Okay, if you're not, you can heal at all times. Tip number 9: if you see Dr. Zomboss, if someone's in boss mode in the air, shoot it down. Immediately. Do not. No, seriously, don't waste any time. I'm not joking. Like, shoot it down. Don't wait. Let me tell you, not end well. It's so annoying. Okay, tip number 10. The final tip is that you should go and watch my last video on this, my zombie video, as I mentioned earlier. And yeah, that's the end of the video. And I hope you guys have a nice day. Bye.